Hi everyone, Emily here from Emily Reads, and today I have a book unhaul for you. And all of these books are going to be in my Pango bookstore. I will put the link down below for that. I've just created a Pango bookstore this week, and I have long thought about doing a Pango bookstore for like over a year now, but I've very much hesitated to do so because I've been afraid of, will I be a good seller, and that will I manage my time wisely to be able to pack things up in a timely manner and get them to the post office. And I realized, you know what, we'll just give it a shot. If it becomes too much, I could take down my store and we'll go from there. We're going to film this. We'll see how this works. I have knocked over my camera twice in filming, and I don't know how to edit videos. So what you see is what you get. So I have not wanted you to see me knocking over my camera twice. So this is my third time filming this. So fingers crossed that my phone does not fall over. Okay, so first book up, I'm getting rid of Warrior Girl Unearthed by Angeline Boulley. I read this. I love this book. This is a second copy of a book that I have. So I had it on my Amazon wish list, and then I ordered it from Book of the Month, and my brother bought it for me back in May for my birthday. My birthday is in September, but I saw him last week and he gave me my birthday gift. And so I unwrapped it because I knew it was books and I wanted to see what I got. And I already had this. I tried to return it and it was too late for me to return it. So I don't need two copies of Warrior Girl Unearthed. I'm really hoping someone snags this up because it is such a good book. Then I'm getting rid of Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I read this several times when this first came out. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the whole trilogy. I got it to reread the whole trilogy again. Read it again recently. And it just didn't work well for me. And you know what? I don't think it's a problem with the book. I think it's a problem with me. I am not the intended audience. And you know what? That's okay. So I do have book 2 and 3. I'm not getting rid of them just yet. I'm going to try rereading book 2, see how that works for me, and then we'll go from there. Then I'm getting rid of How to Walk Away by Catherine Center, The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, and What You Wish For by Catherine Center. I read 4 Catherine Center books this summer. I read Bodyguard last year and I did enjoy it. I figured if I want to reread it, I can always easily get that at my library. The other books I didn't really care for. Eventually, Hello Stranger will make it into my Pango shop. It's not going to make it there just yet. I have a book discussion at the end of this month, and so I'm hanging on to it for that, and then I'll get rid of it. Getting rid of Recursion by Blake Crouch. I read Dark Matter by him. I read Upgrade by him. Dark Matter was okay. Upgrade I did not care for. I've heard this is his best one, but I'm really hesitant to pick it up now after not having great experiences with Blake Crouch. And I figure if I ever do want to read this book, it's an easy enough one to find at the library. So speaking of Blake Crouch, yep, I'm getting rid of Upgrade. I just did not care for it. I'm getting rid of Ship of Smoke and Steel by Django Wexler. I found this and the condition was so good that I was like, oh, Django Wexler, I've heard of him. And so I grabbed it, but then I realized this is the start of a series. I already have so many series that I'm trying to work my way through, and they're not short series. Like, I'm working through the Cosmere. Next year I want to tackle Wheel of Time hardcore after I finish the Cosmere. I've already read book 1 and 2 of Wheel of Time. And I still need to do my reread of Hob. So, and then there's the Dandelion Dynasty. And just, there's so many books that I want to read that I just have to focus in. Getting rid of The Stranger by Albert Camus. I read this earlier this year. He's my author from Algeria and Read Around the World. It's a great example of nihilistic literature. I'm just not going to read it again. Then I'm getting rid of some Sandra Brown books that just... Sorry, I was looking at something. trying to make sure I don't like damage the books. They just did not work for me. So I'm getting rid of A Treasure Worth Seeking, Bittersweet Rain, Eloquent Silence, Two Alone, and Tiger Prince. So 2 of those books I have not read because I realized after reading 3 in July, that was just like maybe her shorter, earlier romances just did not work for me. So, yeah. Then the next 3 books I'm getting rid of are because I found hardback copies at my local independent bookstore. So I'm getting rid of that because I'd rather have the hardback copies. So Knife of Dreams I'm getting rid of, which this is the book that sold. My first book sold. So I'm going to pack this up tonight and then bring this to the post office tomorrow. It sold today, so that was very exciting. I'm getting rid of The Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan, which is book 5. And then Path of Daggers by Robert Jordan, which is book 8 of Wheel Time. Then I'm getting rid of Dead House Gates by Stephen Erickson, which is book 2 of Malazan, Book of the Fallen. I got it really cheap, but I noticed there's some water damage, so I'll just get rid of it. And then I'm getting rid of a book of murals in Philadelphia. So this came out, I lived in Philadelphia in 2003 and 2004, and this came out when I lived there. And I bought this and gave this to my dad when shortly thereafter for Christmas. Because there's, I think this is the mural that I would always see. I think this is by the 30th Street Station. I'm pretty sure. At any rate, it's a really nice book. But I have it now because my father passed away. So I took it. But I never look at it. So maybe someone else will want it and enjoy it. And then I'm also getting rid of the Cows on Parade book. So Cows on Parade was a thing in the early 2000s in Chicago. And they had all these cows throughout Chicago, like you can see. And like my friend and I, here's another one. My friend and I, we went one day and they had maps of like where they all could be found. And we went to as many as we could and took pictures. And then I went one day by myself and took pictures. And like I have a photo album of all these cows on parade. And then I have a few like figurines. And so I bought the book because I obviously couldn't get every single cow on parade. There's some like at O'Hare Airport, and I was not going to drive up to O'Hare Airport because it's kind of insane. So I didn't get all of the cows on parade, so I got the book, but I don't look at the book. So I just need to get rid of stuff. So that is all I'm getting rid of. And so like I said, I will have the link in the description box below. And if you choose to buy, thank you so much for your support. And I will continue, as I unhaul books, I'll continue to add to my store. Let me know what your thoughts are on those books and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.